stable fogging oil. Just gonna and then shut it off. Usually I try to get it to stall, but I couldn't get it to stall on this one. Then I'll take the earmuffs off of it, and we'll go back on the other side and fog each cylinder. Now we're going to fog each cylinder. Next, what I think is a good idea to do is to pull the main distributor wire. Get it up out of the way. And then go crank the engine over a few times. And just to get the oil that I put in the cylinders to get worked into the cylinders for the winter. And that's it for that part. Just make sure you reconnect the distributor wire so that it's back in place where it belongs. Next, you need to drain the water out of it. We're done fogging the engine, so down on the side of the engine, coming down this way, right down there is a petcock, just like on a radiator on a car. And if you grab a hold of that, and it's just water in it from the lake, so if you grab a hold of that and drain it, there's no reason why it can't go into the bottom of your boat. And then, and ultimately, right now it's draining into my driveway, but it's watering the lawn, no big deal. Here it is draining out. You're supposed to just loosen it, but me being impatient, I usually just take it completely off. As long as you don't lose it, it's no big deal. Next, up on the gooseneck, where you're going to find the thermostat, loosen these up. And while that's water's draining on the bottom, you can be taking these off. I got them completely loosened now, and now this comes out, and the thermostat's there, which might be pretty hot. Out, and set that to the side for now. We're going to use this opening to pour antifreeze into it. There are two other drain plugs to pay attention to. There's this one here that's on this part where the exhaust comes out. And there's also one on the bottom side of the engine, which is going to be a fun one to show you. Right underneath here, right along there. And I've already loosened that one up, so it's hand tight. So that one's out, and then we'll get to this one. It's there. So next I get out RV antifreeze. I prefer RV antifreeze. A little environmentally better. And I always drain it out at the end of the year and collect it. And probably a lot of people would say don't do that, but in the sense of don't reuse it, but I always reuse it for at least a couple of years in a row. And then replace it after a couple of years just in case. This is going back in the engine after everything's been tightened up, all the plugs are put back. Next step after this is loosening up the alternator belt down there and take out the battery, and I'm done with this. Except for one other thing. Checking the lower gear oil. I should do that before I take the battery out and make sure there's no water in that. Next, I'm loosening this up, taking the tension off of the belt so there's not pressure on the belt all winter long. And I'll take it and deliberately push it in a ways so that I remember and even take it off. So I remember to do that and not forget and get out on the lake and realize I never tightened that. So I'll know when I start working on it next year that I definitely need to put that back where it belongs. Thought it goes without saying, but I better show it. Put the thermostat back on, put this back in place, and I'll worry about sealing it up next year. For this year, you just need to bolt it down. Next year, we'll either get a new seal, or I've often used white lithium grease, and it seals it just fine too. And that's it for that one. Tighten it down a little bit more, and that's it. So now I'm going to check the lower unit to make sure there's no oil or water in the oil in the lower unit. I'm just going to put a container underneath here, loosen this plug up. If it comes out normal oil color, we're fine. If it comes out milky color, I'll be draining the rest of this out of here. And it's coming out normal oil color, so I'm just going to stick the plug right back in again. And tighten it back up again. And again, all that's left is take the battery out, put the engine up, take the battery out, and I'm done.